Hey YouTube, it's Christmas morning. This is what Paxton got for Christmas. Brand new King Sling. He wants to put these big monster truck tires on it he got and this wheelie bar, so I'm going to make a real quick video, try to do minimal to zero editing. See if we can pull this off. We're going to start out with our wheelie bar. I got this off Amazon. Screenshot of it, because I know the prices are going to change over years with my videos and stuff. The only thing I can complain about it all, just sitting here looking at it, is it does not have any of the hardware to install it. But it's machined. I don't know if you can see it. I'll get it open and show you where the frame will sit. There's where it's machined for the frame to fit. So I'm going to put a couple screws in it. Thing seems to roll pretty easy. This is $25, $27 or something on Amazon. It's pretty awesome. Looks like it's got some pretty good size hardware in the sides of it instead of little bitty hardware. I'm going to put 3mm screws in it. So I've got one of the sets. I'll tell you what sizes I use. Guys, I'm going to use some 14mm screws. Mine are not going to match what's in the truck. The truck's got the small headed screws. The ones I got in this set are the larger headed, which are fine. It's just the way it looks. Doesn't matter to me. So we're going to start out. You got to take 4 screws out of this thing. Looks like, with a 2.0mm hex head. These screws are going to be located on the bottom horn on the back corner of the frame. You'll have to take both of them out on both sides. Be able to get the bar to slide on. I'll try to take these screws and size these up first what I have. Make sure that I get the correct length going back in it because they look pretty long. This looks to me like it'll go on like this. It'll be a tight fit, which is probably a really good thing if it's going to stay together. Our 14mm screws through the holes. 2 of them. One on each side. Looks like I could actually use a 4mm screw, and I don't have any, so I'll have to go buy a couple of them, or buy a set. New to the LMT game, I've been dealing with the old Traxxas and stuff for a long time, and somehow my Arma Success stuff had not been breaking a ton, so I haven't had to buy any screws for them. Probably because they're all larger screws. So what I done is I stuck those two together, so I can get it up here. This green paint will break it up, maybe you can see it. But I butted your ends like so to do the measurement, and then over here where you have your gap, I put the piece of metal down in here that the wheelie bar is made out of, and it was about the same thickness. So those are the screws I'm going to put back in it. They're 3mm by 20mm. I need a bigger, yeah, I need a 2.5mm hex driver for my new screws. Get this back here, see what I'm doing here. Get in there close, but I'm going to stop before it's completely tight. Make sure I get all 4 screws in. Reason I'm doing that, if you don't get all 4 screws in, good luck. Once you tighten it down, you can't adjust anything, and it'll just be a nightmare. Let's see if you can see. See how I stopped and left a little bit of a gap there? So that's so I can make sure I get all the screws in. I'll slap these other 2 in real quick, and then we'll come back. Alright guys, now that all 6 screws are in it, we went on and tightened them up, cranked them in. Remember, the bottom screws were 3mm by 20. The top ones, I believe I said, were 14mm, and I put lock nuts on the inside of those. They really should have been a 4mm screw probably, so I'm going to get some 4mm screws just to have extra. But there's what she looks like. And it actually sticks out past the back of the truck, which is the whole goal, is not to rip the wing off of it the first time it wheelies. I know it's not going to last forever because Paxton's going to have fun. Now, real quick, we're going to pop one of these tires off, slap one of these big dudes on. In order to take our wheel off, and my fingers out of the way, you're going to need a 1.5 millimeter, it's upside down, but 1.5 millimeter hex to take off these little, looks like lug nuts on the center cap, and then you'll need an 8 millimeter to take the wheel off. This is our 8 millimeter. Pop an axle nut off. Sorry about that, guys. Set the big brand new wheel off to the side. Pop one on here. I will tell you, I think those are going to be a lot harder on parts. We'll see. Now to put these wheels back on, I just got to put the axle nut back in. So I think the chrome and all that on the mega trucks look really good. They're just a lot more work to take off and on. So we'll get this thing all changed out and I'll show you what the finished product looks like. I think it's going to look pretty good. Better than I would have thought. Here's a quick shot at intermission. Looks pretty good. There's your frontal. Better for you. Like that maybe. I think gives you a pretty good shot how much wider it's going to make this truck. It's going to be the same, 100% the same as the V1s. Of course, the Son of Digger or Grave Digger width. Be a little longer, of course, because the King Slings and Bog Hogs are longer. Height-wise, tires are basically identical on the height. Look really good. Now, there is a noticeable weight difference. Not as bad as you would think, but it's there. Well, here it is, guys. Finished product. Let's see if me in the light, of course. Spin it around here. She got some meats now. Thing actually looks a lot better with the blue on it than I would have thought. Those are V1 takeoffs off of the Son of a Digger. Kind of looks like the King Sling monster truck Dennis Anderson drives around, minus it's not extended cab, but hey, close enough. Paxton will be tickled pink. Well, guys, I'm going to try to get it out here and run it here in a little while. We'll see what happens. Mommy. Run on the King Sling. Oh, man. Good thing we put the wheelie bar on it before we come out, ain't it? You about got me. Give me a good jump. Is that the best jump you got?